Okay, here we are for round 3. We're going to be on the play. This hand looks pretty good. Let's take a look, find out what our opponent's playing. So it looks like either Naya Pod or Naya Aggro. Most likely Pod if we see the Blade Splicer. Okay. So I think this hand's going to be fine. We'll go ahead and lead out with a collar, then hopefully draw into Puresteel or some action. Against Nyapod, we're definitely going to be using our Trinket Mage to go ahead and search up a cage. You know, if it's Naya Aggro, it's not going to be as important, but still want to be able to have access to it in case it is Nyapod. Just because Cage is so good at completely shutting down that deck, especially since it has the Strangleroot Geist, and then being able to lock that out of Undying is just huge. Okay, so let's see if he has the turn 1 bird. Hopefully he does not, and we can get a little bit of time to get our threats out. Coming into a turn 3 Huntmaster would definitely be unfortunate. Okay, so there's the turn 2 Puresteel. Very happy to see that. Not sure if our opponent had a chance to watch our replays. It looked like he did, but so he's taking a moment to think about this for just a second here. So basically we're going to go turn 2 Puresteel into... I mean, since we have 4 land in hand, we can definitely go turn 3 Silverblade, start bashing in, and then on turn 4 go into Trinket Mage for Collar, Trinket Mage for Cage, and then go ahead and play that the same turn. So at this point, he probably... Let's see, what does he have? He probably goes like Blade Splicer here. Now, hopefully we can go ahead and not have... I don't think he really has any main deck removal except for Acidic Slime for the Cage. And I think Acidic Slime, I believe, is either a 1 or a 2 up, so without being able to search with Pod, it's going to be pretty nice. So if he attacks here, we definitely don't block, because he might have the removal for the Paladin, but it looks like he did not. Yeah, so at this point we just want to go ahead and just drop the Cage down, just to make sure that thing stays dead. Then we're going to go ahead and bash in with both, So like his probably, I mean, like next turn he probably goes for Huntmaster. I'm assuming he probably has something like Pillar of Flame here, which is probably why he didn't tap out. So I guess we have to assume that he has Pillar of Flame or some kind of removal here, which in which case he takes out the Silver Blade, trades for Paladin. So we probably just attack with Silver Blade here. Without the Mortar Pod backup, I think we just push with Silver Blade here. Now, I mean, if he may not have that many spells. I'm not sure if this version runs Pillar of Flame or not. So there's the Huntmaster. Luckily we have the Mortar Pod Collar combo backup. So we're definitely in a very good position right now, especially with Hero on the table. So I mean, here we could just drop Hero at this point. But I kind of like to keep his creatures under control. See, I think we're already... He's tapped out, we can push in for quite a bit. Let's see, so if we leave the Huntmaster alone, he can then potentially take out our Puresteel. I think we just want to go Mortar Pod, take out the Huntmaster, bash in, then have Hero the next turn. Plus we could draw into something quite good here, so now that we have Metalcraft. Okay. So I think here we just go ahead and just take out the Huntmaster before combat. Yeah. Now we can even take out the Strangleroot Geist and just push in extra damage. So yeah, post-combat, probably going to move the collar over here to the Silver Blade, just in case he's got something. I mean, we could have moved the Mortar Pod on the Puresteel just in case he had like a Pillar of Flame there, so that might have been better. There's the either Singleton or 2 of Acidic Slime. Luckily, we were able to already get rid of the Strangleroot guy, so very happy about that. Now I think we just drop down with Hero and Paladin to start and just push. And here, actually, I'm just going to name Human again, just because we don't want to reveal what we are playing with. The Angel's on the off chance that he didn't scout us. Okay. So just bashing in and dropping both. And I mean, I'm trying to think what he could have here. I think we just drop everything here and just push. I mean, I guess he could have like Day of Judgment, maybe. I don't know if Naya runs that at this point. So it might have been a little bit greedy there, pushing out with both. Probably just could have dropped Hero. That would have been fine. And that's the game. Alright, so against Naya, definitely bringing in Purge, bringing in the second cage. We want the Oblivion Rings for sure. I'm not sure if we... I mean, Feast and Famine is still quite good, so you probably need to make room for Feast and Famine. I think Life Staff maybe is okay, but I mean, like, it's more about getting overwhelmed. They don't have a lot of direct damage. Let's see, what do we cut? So against Red-Green, there's going to be a lot of Artifact hate. I think that the combo is not as important, especially... Well, I mean, it's nice to get the combo out. I think we can probably shave down to 2 collars, but they're going to be actively trying to destroy the combo and Metalcraft, so there's a very good chance they'll be able to at least take out a number of the combo elements there. You know, so kind of with that in mind, it might be better to just kind of focus on the other cards in our deck and not worry so much about the combo. Kind of, you know, use the swords as the way to victory here. And I think that, you know, in terms of the creature base, the creatures are very good here. The War and Peace is going to be huge. We could just, I mean, entirely take out the combo and just search for Cage. I guess maybe like having access to the combo with a singleton, but Mortar Pod is still quite good here in terms of getting rid of the you know, Hunt Master or you know, any of the bird targets. What do we want to cut? The one card which here is a little bit weaker is Gather. I mean, Gather is still very good with Champion. Let's go to Champion and Blade Master, right? And Hero Blade Hole, I should say. I think we could. Let's see. So if we take out the Gathers, bring in the swords, bring in like the Gut Shot. Maybe like a singleton Gut Shot, or how about 2 collars? I kind of like that instead. This hand could very well be too slow. We have the Silver Blade on 3, we're on the draw. I think we want to go for a more aggressive hand here, and I like this hand a lot better. Because we can't really afford to sit around for 3 turns before we do anything. Like, I mean, taking out the Gather, I mean, it takes a lot of, you know, power away from the Champion, but I think Champion is still good enough, and, you know, also, just because we're not going to be as combo heavy against him, simply because he's going to have a lot of pieces, like Ancient Grudge to take away our combo. You know, I mean, Gather really shines where we can use that to, you know, make 2 or 5 tokens and just go for the kill. But I think against this matchup, it might not be quite as good as just a sword. Okay, there's Champion number 2. Very happy to see that. Oh, I think the better play here is just to drop the Mortar Pod. We lose a little bit of value with the Mortar Pod, but we also stop his turn 3 Hunt Master, which is really important, I think. Okay, now we have Puresteel into Mortar Pod. I mean, we could go Champion here to get the extra point, but I think that, yeah, I mean, we're going to go Champion Mortar Pod. we could also just go champion Puresteel bash. Might actually be better to do that. Like this way, like you know, even if he probably, if he has the land, I guess he can just go like into acidic slime. You know, and denying his pilgrim could be worth it this turn. I think getting the extra draw and the extra damage from the champions, I think it's probably worth dropping Puresteel here instead. I think we're just going to do that. So here he probably drops champion, or probably drops Huntmaster. Here's the Huntmaster. Okay, so now we've got the combo, which is beautiful. And this game's about to get out of control for us, so definitely excited. We could just drop Blade Splicer here, you know, but I'd rather just have the extra mortar pod since we're going to be using it to kill Huntmaster anyways. And there's Sword. So yeah, basically now at this point we take out Huntmaster, we sacrifice the smaller champion. Then I think we also use that token then to take out the Pilgrim. Now we could bash first here, but then he can trade with his Huntmaster and just becomes less beneficial. Yeah. So now at this point we're definitely in complete control. And we could have moved the collar over to the champion, I suppose, in that case, at the end of the turn there, just in case we need to kill something in response. So he probably has like Restoration. I put him on Restoration Angel here at this point, which I think is, well, let's see. You may. Okay, so it's a May ability, so it's still fine. But I mean, next turn we just drop War and Peace, bash in, and we just use the Mortar Pod to take out the Wolf token, perhaps. We may not even need to, honestly. It's not. Well, depending on how many cards he plays here. If he doesn't drop any cards here, we probably just go ahead and use champion to take out his wolf token and then force through the sword next turn. And then we connect for 9 basically. We could also just drop Splicer here and just bash in with both. So if we play Splicer, no, I think we just play Sword instead. Like, it's very possible that he has like Ancient Grudge backup. So if he has that, then I think what we're going to do is we're going to use the champion to take out the wolf, equip everything to the Puresteel, and then have the double mortar pot on it, just so that it's a 3/4 in case he gets rid of the sword. Okay, that works. I mean, we could also just like attack for 8 here. I think that's fine also. But I think getting rid of this creature is just fine also. I mean, like, if he responds by, like, Pillar of Flame here, then he can't play Restoration Angel, and we're still fine. It might have been better to keep the champion around there and just cause the block, get him to 8. This probably gives him more outs. There's the angel. So, definitely not blocking here, but he's going to be taking 8, going to 4. Then he'll need a non-white creature to pull this out. We basically we kill anything that he plays here that isn't white or red. Here's the pod. Okay. Like Acidic Slime doesn't do it. And that should be the match. Alright, so yeah, against Naya, I think that definitely maybe cutting the Gather is probably one of the weaker cards in the matchup. Being able to bring in like the O-rings, the swords, and the Purge really helped out a lot. So we will see you for round 4.